Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the second episode of Chio-chan no Tsuugakuro. So, in the last episode, Chio attempted to make her way to school, and after many roadblocks, literally and figuratively, she eventually made it there and it was great. And then she also had to make it to school again with slightly different problems, like Hosokawa, what's her name is, the one girl that wanted to be friends with her and walk with her. And yeah, basically just Chio dealing with stuff like that. Also, possibly certain rumors at school because of certain things that happened. But yeah, this is the next episode, so let's get on into it. 3, 2, 1, play. Starting straight with the opening again. Cool. An awesome opening. You know, anyone else notice that the MyAnimeLIst page for this has an oddly low score, considering how, how great the first episode was. Only like a 7.07. I mean, I already knew my MyAnimeLIst scores were worthless anyway, but it still surprised me a bit. Yes, I am curious what context that is that she just tosses her clothes off in. I look forward to that. What are physics anyway? It seems like we're doing some kind of epic battle here. I am, again, curious the context. Yeah, clearly Chio's gonna make some more friends, so at least one more. And becomes the king at some point, so things are looking up. You know, in general, this has been a pretty good season for comedy. I mean, we have Asobi, Asobase, we have Slapstick, Jashin Slapstick, Slap Kick, whatever it was, Drop Kick, that's what it was. And I was not messing up the name to be funny, I was just having difficulty. Anyway, back into it. Ain't that how it always goes? Of course. Oh, well that's a little bit harsh, but not unexpected. Yeah, we gotta go back and do it. That's the internet for you in a nutshell. It's always something. Oh no. This is gonna take some time. Are you gonna offer her a cigarette? Nice pink bite. One way to find out. Below average. That's exactly what he's doing. He loves that wall. You wanna fight? Just don't knock over the bike. Don't knock over the bike. No, you're... Ow. That's gotta hurt. Oh wow, Celsius, dang. So much for getting by peacefully. Well, nonchalantly. Yeah. Your bike burned me, that's why. Phrasing. Yeah, that's not a smart move. I don't think she wants to fight, though. I think she just wants to leave. I know he does. Oh, she is fighting. Never mind. Maybe she does want to fight. What just happened? I think she took him down, but it's not as tough as he looked. I knew those video games would come in handy. You steal his bike. I mean, it's not quite stealing, but it's close. And then you broke it. Okay. Well, I could have told you those were pretty heavy, so you know. Well, that's why you don't mess with people's stuff without permission. I know you had good intentions, but those pave the road to hell. Oh, jeez. Oh my god. That's quite a sight. Not quite the character he seems to think she is. So just try to look intimidating as you can. This is a bold tactic. Just gotta out-dominate him. Wow. That's totally what happened. It's a good question. She's Chio-chan. Are you gonna use your online name? You probably shouldn't do that. Okay. It's an alright name. She's right about that. Okay, that's not wrong, but you're deliberately phrasing it to create a misunderstanding. I think you're kind of pushing it now. Jail time? uh, I guess. My god. You are? Could have fooled me. I knew this girl was chuny, but I mean... uh... You know, if you die in this situation, Chio, you don't want to blame yourself. Lucky for you, you're in an absurd comedy anime. Somehow. Is she riding on the bike? Oh my god. Man, she looks cool. This is one way to get to school. Now what are you just gonna feel about this? Yep, at least we made it. I hope that name sticks. They like the name. That's why she's walking through the gate. Yes, totally. Well, we're here. Yes, much like ourselves, we are totally a Yuri couple. I mean, she's blushing a lot, so... Renai noobs, okay. I know what noob means. I think I've heard that before. I guess. That's a good question as well. What is her thoughts in general? It's really cute like that. I see. Of course. But she clearly does have a friend, so... Yeah, I could tell. Yeah, not... What are you gonna do? Wow. Bit rude. Wow. Yes. Not that you have much room to talk. No, you can't. Oh. Osakawa, really? uh... Good to know. Yeah, I'm sure you guys are similar enough to get along. Uh, I don't think that's what they're saying. But got bare hands. So she's doing both roles. There's a car coming. Oh, it wasn't gonna hit them. Oh, is it gonna hit them? Wow. Uh, let's not go that far. Clearly they're on their way to, it's sure get to school, I'm sure that's what it is. Well, I guess that could be it as well. Well, yeah, we gotta watch, that's to be expected. I guess if you have no life. Yes, Dama Ningen indeed. Yes, it's our responsibility as good students. Let's go do that. Yes. You're both Dama Ningens. Yes. By that we mean the worst. Good work. Yeah. No. Wow, that animation. I bet you are. I was actually about to comment on that. So, what do we have here? Okay, a breakup. That's the exact opposite of sexy times, but... That's my one true love. I think she said the last episode. I don't think he's taking it too well. Introduce me to one of your friends that actually will go out with me. Well, obviously. Yeah, it's a bit smoother than I expected, especially with him clenching his fist. Ah, Chio. Yep. You're being talked about. Oh no. I never got around to telling you. Friends is a strong word. We've talked and walked together. She was determined, persistent. Yeah, that's basically it. You do? I don't think that's it. Oh no, I think I know where he's dropping. This is bad. Just play it out as a coincidence. Oh? Oh. Oh my, okay. I like the strategy. I don't think I couldn't have come with a better strategy myself. They are very intelligent. But they're not actually touching, unfortunately. It's still quite something. I believe that's called a fake out make out. To their nose, usually. Maybe they did? I don't know, that reaction. I'm gonna assume they did touch at least once, briefly. I, for one, am very happy with how that went. I hope there's now rumors about her being a lesbian at school. So she is gonna be friends with her too. That makes you my friend too. Yeah, it's not too different than Chio's situation with her. I mean, they seem to be having fun with slightly awkward laughter. Where's this gonna go? Oh, wow, straight out with it. That's probably not something you ask when you just became friends with someone, but I guess it's important to know. She can't answer it? So yeah, basically, yes, she's a virgin. You heard, yeah. More like you saw. Yeah, exactly. This is a great conversation to have. Oh, wow. These two are meant for each other. Yeah, each other. Exactly. Each other. Yes, they did. Don't be silly. Of course they did. Oh, wow. This is sounding more and more sketchy as she continues to talk about it. All it takes is one kiss. There's that crown from the opening and a fine mustache you have there. Is the other girl like a slave? Of course not. What? Oh, okay. And now she's left out. Of course. Please don't leave me out. I'm not smart like you guys. Can we talk about reality TV or something? Wow, and she's milking it too. Pretty mean for a girl you kissed earlier. Odd. God. What a backstabber. Head stabber. Bad slave. Get what? That you're a horrible person? We already knew that. So basically exactly what you were getting on Chio about earlier. You are worse than Chio. Was not expecting so much NTR in this show. Maybe that's why the score went down so much. It'd probably jog a bit more. Oh wow, you put your foot in your mouth there. Friend, leech, whatever you want to call her. She makes a lot of friends. I love her running attire a lot, by the way. Her fashion sense is great. What are you talking about? Yeah, and you've been abandoned now. Yeah, get wrecked, banana. Or should I say banana? That's a face. You got rejected. You are just all so horrible to each other. uh, it's great. uh, of course. I've only kissed you like 5 minutes ago. Sounds about right. Yes, good. Welcome back to the good world. The normal life wasn't meant for you anyway. Ooh, handled it, nice. Wow, they're completely in sync. Is she? Is that fancy way to say she's a gold digger? This show is full of liars. I suppose so. We should totally do that. Why not? You seem so out of place among the high school girls. Oh no, here we go. One of them is not actually a student there, though. But you can't do it? Yes. That's the question. He's not going to school. You know, what is it about common anime that make them go by so quickly? Because again, that was like 5 minutes. Actually, I think the first episode felt longer than this one. But yeah, we got to meet her other friend, Manana, in addition to Hosokawa. And she's obviously much more similar to Chio than Hosokawa is. They're both equally scum. Although I'd say Manana's probably slightly more scummy, but it's close. And I was obviously gonna like Chio more because she's voiced by Tanya's voice actress. But Manana is cuter though, so I guess that probably balances out. Nanai Road. So that was the second episode of Chio-chan no Tsuugakuro. I thought maybe after watching the second episode, maybe I would understand why the score was as low as it is on my anime list, but no, I don't understand, because the second episode was great. It might have been better than the first one, honestly. It was really good. Okay. So, first thing was basically the motorcycle scene. We had some delinquents, Yakuza member, whatever he was, pretty much parked with his bike in a very inconvenient location for everyone else, sitting there smoking like the terrible person he is. And people had to try to sneak by the bike without actually drawing his attention or his anger, his ire, and all that. So there's both Chio-chan and some old dude who were trying to do this. The old dude was hugging the wall as to not get as to stay to be the one further from the bike, basically. So yeah, Chio ended up being closer to it as a result, ended up getting burned by the bike and yelling and causing a scene, and then got his attention, and then yeah, she laughed, which made the situation worse, but you can understand having a bit of a nervous laughter in that kind of a situation. I sometimes laugh in videos when something's not really funny, just as a reaction to certain things. But anyway, it was a bit of a problem. And Chio, aside from handling it a bit more of a normal way, maybe saying, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, it's just a weird effect I have, I'm a very weird person, I didn't mean to touch your bike, but it burned me, it hurt, but you know, it was all an accident, I'm no hard feelings, so I'm just gonna leave now. That's probably how I would have recommended handling the situation, but no, she handled it by pretty much attacking him, knocking him out cold, and then knocking his bike over. Of course, she wasn't trying to knock the bike over, she was just gonna move it out of the way, which isn't a bad idea, but still, you probably shouldn't mess with someone's expensive equipment without permission, even if it's in kind of a bad location. It's probably a bad idea, especially when that person's like, you know, a criminal. But yeah, she ended up knocking it over, and then he was waking up, and she was in a bad position there, like a much worse position. So she had a decision to make, and as we found out in episode 1, she's not great at making decisions in the heat of the moment, when the pressure's on. So she decided to sit on the bike with that fire background and looking all badass and like a delinquent girl herself. Act like, yeah, I knocked over your bike. What of it? What you gonna do about it, punk? I mean, she didn't say that word for word, but that's kind of the persona she was putting on there. That it wasn't some accident or anything. She's just that hardcore and she's gonna do what she wants. And she fights foreigners and gunfights all the time and just... She kept spinning all of her video game experiences and stuff as something that it's not, to try to make a misunderstanding, to make her sound much more cool and intimidating and badass than she actually is. And somehow it actually works, because this is a ridiculous comedy anime. It actually managed to work. So, in the end, it basically amounted to him giving up on his life, basically his current life, and taking her to school on the back of his bike with Chio looking awesome as usual. So apparently her strategy once again paid off, I guess. I did quite like her new nickname, Bloody Butterfly. It's a Chuny name as expected of our Chuny character, and yeah, I guess it was all good. Now, the next big scene, which is also the bulk of the episode, was pretty much having our two characters, Chio and our new character, Manana, who's apparently good friends with her, sort of, basically talking out of their ass about relationships and romance and stuff, because they have zero experience with it, but they have no problem talking as if they do, and being, you know, condescending and all that good stuff. We do see Hosokawa with a guy. We initially assumed they were in a relationship with each other, but we found out that's not the case, although he wants it to be the case. And it was pretty funny, Manana, like, doing the voices for the two characters. Then they weren't saying, let's compare, and it's just... I mean, I don't know, maybe that's what they were saying, what do I know? But yeah, basically they went to a dark alley together, and clearly what we had to do was follow them. And they had their rationalizations and justifications and mental gymnastics they had to go through as to why it's a good idea for them to go after them, and then they did so. And they were expecting sexy times between the two of them. Well, I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I mean, Hosokawa does not seem like that kind of girl, so I wasn't expecting that at all. So I wasn't sure what to expect, really. I mean, I guess all things considered, a love confession probably was the most likely one. I do like how just out in the open they are about just how horrible of a human being Chio is, as well as Manana. And they're not subtle about that in the least. Anyway, they went to their little spying on them and all that. However, then they finished their scene, and then they came back, and then what were we gonna... My phone made a notification sound. Anyway, they're like, what were we gonna do? We're gonna be discovered. She just got finished saying nice things about me, and now she's gonna see that I was eavesdropping and spying on her and all that. All that's gonna go down the window. So, what did they decide to do? They decided to do what has been done in the past as a fake-out make-out, which is when you are with someone in a situation you're not supposed to be, and then you just randomly kiss each other, because that's the quickest, you know, alibi... Maybe that's not a good word for it. The quickest excuse, you know, for why you're there. It's like, oh, we're not here for any weird reason. We're just looking for a place to, you know, make out. Like, that's what young people do. They look for some place to be alone together and do that sort of thing. So that's usually a pretty quick thing you can do. Yeah, and that's what they opted to do in this scene. We have Manana and Chio kiss. I mean, it didn't show them the lips touching, and she even said their lips didn't touch, but I think they alluded to the fact that they might have touched a little bit, and that's all the fuel I need to imagine that they stuck their tongues in each other's mouth. That's totally what happened there. I just absolutely love that scene. It was great. I always love girls that are close to their friends where they can do that. I mean, obviously they weren't trying to actually kiss, they're trying to fake it, but still. The fact that they were on the same page to do that so quickly without even discussing it, just, I don't know, I quite like that. After that, we had some stuff with Manana trying to get into the cool kids club, become a full-on normie, lying about her relationship experience in order to do that, and also had a discussion about that experience in general, with basically straight up asking Hosokawa if she was a virgin, which she obviously is, and she hasn't had a relationship before. It's not actually involved in compensated dating or, anything like that. So basically, yeah, that's what she tried to do, but she kind of didn't really work out in the end. We saw some random dude who was apparently jogging with help from Osakawa, and then they did all that. It really was hilarious. Just when you had Manana, I hate her name. It's so tricky. Basically, getting knocked back down a peg, and Chio just going full on ham and basically mocking her for it. I love that. They're both such horrible people, which lends itself to a lot of comedy in and of itself. Yeah, that was great. And then we had the final scene of the four of us all running together to school together, but one of these things is now like the others. One of them was not a high school girl or a high schooler or even a girl, and that was pretty funny. Just that sight of him just being there when he had no business being there, and it was just, yeah, it was pretty crazy. Yeah, like I said, another really good episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is one of my favorite shows of the series so far, of the season so far, and I will certainly continue with it. Feel free to let me know what you think in the comment section below, and see you next time. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.